Hi, and welcome to the latest episode of Kes Goes Marple. Sorry. Yeah. Disclaimer, never needed more. These are my thoughts and opinions, okay? I'm not quoting any facts here. And also I swear, and also I go off on tangents because nothing I do is scripted. So if I ever get lost, please leave me a comment and let me know where I got lost, and I'll clear up any misunderstandings, hopefully. Talking of clearing up misunderstandings, so the old BBC nonce thing that I did on the last video, it's becoming increasingly glaringly obvious who it is, right? But obviously good people are good people. You say out on Twitter, whoa, I haven't said out on Twitter, but I've seen people say stuff on Twitter, and people love to be bitches on Twitter. I don't get it. People are vile on Twitter. It's like badger baiting me. Yeah, people are like, don't sully a reputation, and don't like of this man, or of certain people, and don't sully anybody's reputation at all. Let him get away with it. Basically, he's not a bad man because he's paying children, teenage boys for porn. Don't make him a bad man. That is a relative thing. It's not for me to say whether that makes him a bad man or not. The state that the young lad's in, I would say, leans towards him being a bad man, because you don't develop a crack cocaine habit if everything's all right up there. If you don't need to escape to somewhere else, you tend to not dive into a crack cocaine habit. Personally speaking, never had one, couldn't say. Not fucked up in the head. Well, some would say I am. Anyway, so it's becoming increasingly obvious. Obviously, the other day, the photos come out of Hugh Edwards' arse. Now, Hugh Edwards is wearing a shirt and a jumper. It's easily available online if you've not seen it already. Most people have seen it already. It's everywhere right now. Not a bad arse on him for an old man, but I suppose if you're a bender, gets the exercise, doesn't it? Sorry, did I say that out loud? I don't know. I've not actually looked. I don't know much about Hugh Edwards except for the fact that I don't like him. He's one of those people that I just get negative energy from. So I don't like. He always looks so angry. I did post a video of him on Twitter the other day where he's like basically saying, go out, get your jab. Like he's got blood on his hands. Whether he is responsible for this young man's cocaine addiction, no. But he's responsible for some teenage deaths. Because he was, go out and get your jab, peeps. Go out and get, if you don't, you're a bad person. Well, who's the bad person now, Hugh? Who's the bad person? Right? So it's a photograph of him, his bum cheeks, and he's looking over his shoulder. Now, he looks angry on that picture. He looks angry all the time to me. Like I say, don't like the man, right? But he looks, scowly. Now he's either look at my bum, but don't want to show his bum, or he's got up and walk away. This is where the marple thing comes in. What I like to think happened with this screenshot is that this is when the young man's mum walked in and found him bent over, because obviously you can't see because he's got his jumper and shirt on, bent over, obviously ready to have a wank over this young man who was performing, whatever performing means, whether performing a sex act on himself, dancing around in a little fucking tutu, who the fuck knows? Maybe he was doing an impression of Zippy off Rainbow. I don't fucking know what gets this dude's rocks off, right? But I like to think this is when that lad's mum walked in and went, what the fuck are you doing? That's that bloke off the telly, went to screenshotting it, and did so as he was walking away. That's my ideal scenario of what would ever. That's what I picture in my head. Could be wrong. I do have an overactive imagination. He could have just been, here you go, then have a picture of my bum, and who knows? But I don't know why he wouldn't hide his face when he did that. I don't know. Anyways, so and still, like literally, whoever this lad's mum is, get in touch, mate. We need to be tribe. We are tribe, but like we need to be on the team. Let's go. Let's go. Let's have matriarchy for days. Yeah. So there's this picture of Hugh Edwards, and people, especially on Twitter, don't you make assumptions. You know, he could have just been flirting with a fancy piece, right? Could have just been taking a photograph of his own bum. We don't know why he has a photograph of his bum. Could, of course, be Photoshop, but if it is, it's the best Photoshop I've ever done, because it's blurry as fuck, and they've managed it. It's seamless. It's seamless, blurry as fuck and seamless. You know, like, it just, no, I ain't buying that it's Photoshopped. But there will be people, because there are, I can't think why, but there will be Hugh Edwards fans out there. Now, the other day, they said, you know, like, when it came out, and it's like, oh yeah, TV presenter. And I'm like, you know, thinking of the famous ones I could think of. And, yeah, and I know the name Graham Norton got bandied about on Facebook and whatever, and it's like, oh, you know, like, I really couldn't give that much of a shit. I know I'm, like, gossiping about it, but I really couldn't give that much of a shit, apart from the mental health of that young man is what I care about, right? And this needs to stop. Because I'm sorry, I did tangent off there. Sorry. It'll come back if it's meant to. Or, apparently he's been working for the BBC for 40 years. So he overlapped with Jimmy Savile. Read him out. That's what I read, that he's been working for the BBC for 40 years. Why isn't the police investigating every fucking body at the BBC? Because it's obviously rife. It's obviously rife at ITV as well. This is the thing that celebrities do, mate. Celebrities do rent boys. MPs do rent boys. Keith Vaz, remember him? Like, fucking literally, high up people do rent boys. They bugger children. They fiddle with little girls. Like, literally, our kids aren't safe with people in power. When will we fucking learn that? Anybody with the title Sir in the front of their name should automatically be investigated by Operation U-Tree. Like, why? Well, we know why people aren't joining the simple dots, because they're all in it fucking together, and they have to protect each other's backs. And they nudge, wink, wink, pull up a trouser leg. Do that. They are sworn to fucking do it. They could commit murder. Again, and literally they'd cover each other's backs. Anyway, so my point, this was meant to be a really short video. It's only 8 minutes, right? And I'm sorry I missed a bit there, but I do have to go out in a minute. Bring it back. Right, my point on this, obviously, people on Twitter being vile, don't have a go at him just because you've seen his bum. Now, we've got people like Jeremy Vine. I think that's what I meant to say earlier on. I don't watch the fucking news. I couldn't care about Hugh Edwards. Like, literally, I don't watch the news. I can't, because these bastards are fucking barefaced liars, mate. Hugh Edwards included is a barefaced fucking liar who will say whatever he wants, whatever he's told to by them bastards, in order to get a paycheck to give to rent boys to fund their crack cocaine addiction. See the link? Because these bastards are all at it too. And they can just get away with it because there are no cameras on them. Anyways, my point. Getting to my point. It's 10 minutes. Sat through. Jeremy Vine. Apparently, I had a friend on Facebook who was wishing for it to be Jeremy Vine. I think I can picture his name, but I get him confused with that Matthew Wright, is it? Is he got like a really weaselly, ratty face? Anyways, him has come out and said it's not me. Gary Lineker, shame, because I can't fucking stand Gary Lineker, has come out and said it's not me. Ryland Clark, bless him, do like Ryland Clark, has come out and said it's not me. You know who's not come out and said it's not me? Hugh fucking Edwards. Hugh Edwards, the guy with his bum all over the internet, has not come out and said, it's not me. The silence is fucking deafening. So, who is it? The saga continues, but at the end of the day, it's looking pretty damn fucking likely, wouldn't you say? Because where am you? Where am you defending yourself? Where am you saying that's not my bum? Where are you, like, literally saying, oh, yeah, there is a photograph of my bum, but that's what I meant to say at the beginning. Never did check. Is he married? Is it another one that's like bumming rent boys behind his wife's back? I don't know. I'll have to have a look at that today. But please feel free to tell me in the comments below if you know anything more about this. Get involved in the discussion. And come on, matriarchy, where are you? Because these bastards, they've had their day. He's been at this 40 fucking years. Don't even tell me that this is his first offence. Don't even tell me that this is the first boy that he had that he's knocked one out to for great expense. You know what I mean? Don't BBC presenters get paid by taxpayers' money? He paid that lad's crack cocaine addiction for the money you pay the government to go out and work for. Does that sit right with you? Does it right with you? Anyways, if you've listened to the end, and I wouldn't just take down somebody's name if it weren't so glaringly fucking obvious. He's had his chance to come out and say, excuse me. Do you know what I mean? And if your bum is all over the internet, that's exactly when you need to have your say. Somebody else around him. No, come on, anybody, come on, like anybody. Admittedly, I've just said I don't follow the news. So maybe the whole of the BBC news department is like, no, can't be you. I don't know, but they're my thoughts. If you've listened to the end, then thank you very much. I owe you a bevy. If you're a returning subscribe, and you want one, give me your deets and I'll let you have a badge. And if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so, because I love you. I love you all. I even love you, Edwards. It's not his fault. He's a raging pervert. It's them bastards' fault. It's them bastards. It's not the Hugh Edwards of the world we need to take down. It's the people who teach them how to fucking behave. It's the people who run the world. It's the people you pay in order to live. They're the bastards we're after. Right? Who's with me? Who's with me? We saddle up the armoured hippos and ride at dawn, my darlings. Take care. Hope you have a good day. And I'm going to have my nails done today. To have something a bit different done. So wish me luck. I love you all. Bye.